Wendy Williams just crashed out hard on the judge for trying to ruin her career, and it looks like the drama surrounding her conservatorship is about to get even worse. Wendy has been on this journey of fighting her conservatorship for a hot minute now, and it looks like it's about to get even worse from here because the judge is not budging, and neither is Wendy. Well, fans are now convinced that there is more going on behind the scenes than we know. Word on the streets is that Wendy is being silenced, and there might be a big conspiracy surrounding this drama. This is about to be a big hot mess, so let's break it down. Wendy Williams has been fighting the conservatorship for 3 years now because this drama started in 2022. Her bank, Wells Fargo, first froze her accounts in January 2022 because they claimed that she was incapacitated and unable to manage her own account. The bank also requested a New York Supreme Court hearing to determine whether she was in need of a guardianship due to her health conditions. Wendy immediately tried to fight back and regain control over her finances. She disputed the allegations and accused her former manager and a Wells Fargo financial advisor of inappropriate behavior. But despite this, a judge sided with the bank and appointed a temporary financial guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, to oversee Wendy's finances. However, Wendy and her family have since accused Sabrina of inappropriate behavior, and one of Wendy's friends even accused Sabrina of mistreating Wendy. Ironically, her ex-husband Kevin Hunter was one of the first people to sound the alarm about her bank moving shady. In an interview, Kevin said, "As the husband for 20 plus years and the creator of the Wendy Williams show, I was entitled to my half of everything that we had, just like any other couple divorcing. I went to the table in good faith and we reached what I thought was an amicable divorce. In fact, it was one of the fastest celebrity divorces ever. I had a feeling that Wendy's Wells Fargo advisor was up to no good, but I was advised by my attorneys that everything was okay." He also said, "Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money cold turkey. Now I'm demanding to see all of the bank records from the time of the divorce until now, and that will show what really is going on. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earn that money and I'm not letting them take it. I will only say for now that it breaks my heart to see what is happening to her. I know she is not in a good place and she is surrounded by people who are taking advantage of her condition, including this so-called guardianship. But at the time, we didn't know what was really going on. Plus, Kevin had a long history of finessing Wendy, so we thought that he was just trying to get his paws on some of her money. It also probably didn't help that Wendy struggled with her mental and physical health. After months of hiding the truth, her team finally came clean and claimed that she had been diagnosed with aphasia. They said, in 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Her symptoms, which combined impact her language and communication, behavior, and cognitive functions, have already presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life. Wendy's friend Regina Shell also supported Wendy's fight to end the conservatorship, claiming that Wendy was being treated badly. Regina said, "This is a Britney Spears thing, only it's worse since it's not even Wendy's family who has control. At least with Britney Spears, it was her dad, it was her family. This is a woman who's not even family. And how does this guardian get all this standing?" Regina also said, "Initially, when I was staying with Wendy in the summertime, we were like triangulating. We were speaking to Sabrina, but then she kind of disappeared." She also claimed that Wendy was being starved and she barely got good food or even food at all on time. She said Wendy would order food at like 7:30 in the morning and breakfast wouldn't arrive till 11:30. And by that time, she's ready for lunch. When I went back to Los Angeles, I would have to send her food from Los Angeles to New York from a delivery service because she wasn't getting, the communication wasn't there, and she had no other access to money other than this guardian. Wendy's sister, Wanda Finney, also claimed that her guardian had deliberately alienated Wendy from her family, saying when she was in Florida, there were a number of people involved. Even beyond family, there were doctors involved and people in Wendy's professional world were involved. She had a health team in place, nurses in place, and she had family in place. She was getting healthier. She also said, "I don't think there's anyone Wendy needed more than her family. Separate the money part. All I want to know is that my sister is going to live and that she's going to be healthy. The concern of the family has always been Wendy's health." Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., also hinted that he didn't believe that the guardian was taking good care of his mom.
Like the guardian has not done a good job of protecting my mom.
My life. Right now, she's weak and vulnerable. and she needs to be around people who aren't going to take advantage of that.
I have no friends.
So yeah, there has been a lot of controversy surrounding the conservatorship. There's a lot going on, but for some reason, we still don't know a lot about the conservatorship. It's like there's a gag order or something, and at this point, fans are starting to wonder if there's more to it than meets the eye. The situation got worse a couple of days ago when Wendy had another hearing. And according to reports, the judge might have been out of line. According to TMZ, during a hearing this week, the judge told Wendy she has no hope of restarting her career. The judge railed on Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, accusing her of leaking information to the media and threatening her with sanctions for future conduct. This is interesting because Alex has been pretty vocal about the conditions that Wendy is being subjected to. Last year, Alex talked about the extreme measures that Wendy's guardian took to keep Wendy away from her family. She claimed that Wendy is required to call her family members from a blocked phone number, meaning they can't reach out directly to her. Alex also said, and I say this honestly, we went through birthdays, we went through the holidays, we went through illness. There was a period when my grandfather was in the hospital. There was no way to contact her and let her know what was going on with her 93-year-old father. Child, it's no wonder that fans are so suspicious. But that's not all, because the judge also attacked Wendy's family, essentially saying they were no good. At this point, it's kind of suspicious how the judge is treating this personally, because why is she so personally invested in this? And just in case Wendy did not get the memo about her career being over, TMZ reported that the judge doubled down on that. TMZ wrote, "We're told she said Wendy had a great career, but it was over," adding she will never have a career again. It's done. Our sources say the remarks hurt Wendy deeply, and it was unclear why she said it. Beyond it being hurtful, it's unclear what expertise the judge has in the entertainment industry to make such a grim assessment.
End of the hearing, this judge first basically said Wendy's family was terrible, and then looks at Wendy and says, you know, you had a great career. Your career is over. It is never coming back. You're done. Why would a judge say that?
And what is the relevance to what they're actually there for? It just seemed like it just seemed mean-spirited.
Totally.
The way it was relayed to us, because
and by the way,
wasn't really necessary for the conversation that was going on.
Fans are furious over this, and they commented, "This sounds personal, and that judge needs to be removed off her case ASAP." A white woman telling a black woman, highly relevant in black culture, her career is over is crazy work. Everybody is being paid to keep her down, but why? And wow, the judge and Sabrina, wants to keep robbing her. Not saying that her family was misusing her money, but I would rather for my family and definitely my child to spend my money than strangers. This is a mess, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, then check out this next video.